It is very important, particularly with the new phase that the Palestinian people are going through by forming the new government, which requires a lot of efforts in terms of the civil society and the media experts in order to bridge all the gap that have been a result of the division of the last 7 years. I think media development also is very important to enhance the pillars of a transparency and information, and also for a democratic procedure within the work and the capacity of this government is to prepare for parliamentary and presidential election. So yes, the media development in Palestine, it is an essential tool towards the Palestinian state and towards the capacity of its institution within the frame of information, transparency, and freedom. Well, certainly the UNESCO study would contribute effectively towards building a national media strategy in terms of revising and developing the legal frame and the legal procedures over the last 20 years towards enhancing the work of the Palestinian institutions. Also, it advances and implements good recommendations on equality within the society and within the profession of the journalists, either on the ground or within the media institutions, as well as it will also discuss the most important issues with regard to safety of journalists and also with regard to the ethics and the professional codes of ethics. So it is very important, and it'll help the whole work that has been going on and been already initiated by the government towards establishing an effective media strategy and an effective and professional media institutions that can rely on the pillars of professionalism, information, and also democracy. Well, if we start from the outcome of this study and the recommendations, obviously there will be committees that will discuss these findings in more specialized way. I mean, we're talking about legal frame, how to develop it, and we're talking about also experts in a lot of the fields, particularly when we talk about professionalism, code of ethics, safety. This would require a lot of further work. I mean, the study and the outcome of study is only initiating the first step towards the implementation. And obviously, there are a lot of challenges to be faced. As I said, we are here witnessing a transitional period. It's the time of this government to prepare for elections. So obviously, to prepare the scene in terms of the media and politics towards the election, that would be one of the most important implementation that would take place after election. There are a lot of initiatives that have been already considered by the government when we talk about the right of information, when we talk about transparency, and it has been also working in parallel to the work that had been already generated by this study by the UNESCO. We need also to remember that since Palestine has become a member in the United Nations, an observer member in the United Nations, and already the President Mahmoud Abbas signed on international conventions and treaties, that means is enhancing the position of Palestine internationally, and it is also an obligation to match all the work that is being in Palestine into an international standards, which is also enhancing our work in Palestine and enhance our relationship with the international community as well.